Hi America, this is Psychic Tracey Brown coming to you today on YouTube Tuesday because I'm committed to making videos every Tuesday. So I'm going to hear, can I please do a reading on Rihanna? Can I please do another reading on Chris Brown? Can I do a reading on Melissa and one of Chris? How about I do enough with Chris Brown and Rihanna? I'm going to do more readings with them, but sometimes you got to stop doing the readings, let the energies take its course, and then do more readings. Okay, so with that being said, Chris was in court today, and I predicted that he would not go to jail, blah, 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 and that came true. Just want to toot my own horn, people. I'm actually going to have a little bit more fun, because these things are supposed to be fun, and they got really, really serious after Trayvon Martin. So I'm going to bring it back to fun, which means I'm going to do a reading on Kriss Jenner, Momager. Kriss, you're so annoying. And her new talk show. And then Bethany is also doing a talk show coming out in September. And Queen Latifa also is going to do a talk show coming out in September. And these are brand new faces to talk show. You know, like, what do they have to take? Like, what do they have to take the other, one from the other? Do you know what I mean? Like, the Steve Harvey show is completely successful, so aren't we just proud of him? But Ricky Lake show, that got canceled. Even though it won an Emmy, that's really weird, but it got canceled. And I was in New York, and my sister was like, oh, I love the Ricky Lake show. Well, it got canceled. So, the success of the talk shows, you know, not always going to be like the way we would hope. So, I'm going to look at the next 6 months. The next 6 months. Kriss is coming out right now, so she's like 6 to 8 weeks ahead of everyone else. But I'm going to look, you know, from now to January, because that's when the new lineup comes on, and when they get ready to kick people out, they're going to kick people out for the new lineup in February. So, I think I'm talking too fast. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to look at the success of, okay, come in my mouth. I'm professional. The success of Kriss Jenner show first, Bethany, and then Queen Latifa. So, we're going to look at the success of Kriss Jenner first. I'm doing this fast, people. Will it be successful? Will Kriss Jenner's show be successful? My final outcome is the Three of Swords. It's going to cost them more money than it is to make the show. I'm not laughing, but they're going to... Kriss, you have no business in a talk show. They're going to put the brakes on. There's no hope in this show. I don't know what you're doing wrong. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet because the only time I can look at it is on Mondays, and I didn't look at it yesterday. But it doesn't matter. There's no hope in this show. This is my number 4 position. Number 4. Star card is my hope card. But where it came out is the number 4 position, so that means there's no hope. And she's going to kind of already know it. She's going to kind of already know it. And in order for this to continue longer than they want to, she's going to have to put in her own money. I'm getting a resounding yes. Does that make sense? There's no hope. It's not a good show. They put the brakes on. Do they revamp it? Success. And then it fails yet again. Could be one of those things with Kriss where it's on network and then somehow may get pulled and put on cable. You know, might go to E instead. You know, shouldn't have been on network anyway. And they try to make it work on a cable spot. And then ultimately 3 months after it goes to cable, it fails yet again. But it could fail more because Kriss has... It could fail because the family sabotages the show, ultimately. They're not as supportive as you all think that they would be with her. They kind of don't want to go down with her. They don't want to go down with her. I don't know what that means, but there's some sabotage coming. And the sabotage coming inside her own family. Oh, by the way, I meant to see if Kriss and Bruce is getting a divorce. That's a shaky relationship there. It looks like it gets revamped. It gets revamped with Kriss's own money. And they try it on cable, and it looks like it still fails on cable. That's what I'm getting. Okay, that's for Kriss Jenner. Let's look at Bethany. I kind of like Bethany. She's a Spitfire. She's a native New Yorker. She's very grounded. The problem that I have with Bethany, though, is that she can be, like, way too coarse. You know, you kind of have to have a healthy balance, Bethany, and I'm getting you really don't have the healthy balance. So we'll take a look at that. We'll take a look to see if you, too, will survive. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Make it good. Right here. Right here. Right here. 10. Bethany, you're a hard worker. Bethany, you're a hard worker. This show comes crashing down. This show comes crashing down. It kind of does worse than Kriss Jenner's show. Once again, there's a lot of income being pumped into this. It's surrounded around your family way too much. Like, you think everybody wants to buy into your little daughter, which, don't get me wrong, she's adorable. But it's a little bit too much. Too much about family stuff. This is what I'm getting. But you also get the opportunity to show how kind and generous you are. But once again, the brakes gets put on your show too. I'm sorry. But on a bright note, there's a new love interest coming through for you that's going to be amazing, and you're going to be married. You're going to be married and pregnant again. So, heard it here first. Bethany's going to get pregnant again and remarried. But I think the pregnancy might come first. I think. Who cares? The bottom line is your show's also not going to be successful. And that's within the next 6-month time frame. The last one I'm look at is Queen Latifa. Queen Latifa. I'm actually not sure what channel your show is on, Queen. Oh, I have a friend named Queen, by the way. Not the only Queen out there. And somebody told me today on Twitter, it was so kind, because we were talking about the royal baby, you know, and I was like, oh, I celebrate all life, because they were saying, like, men don't care about the royal baby being born, and then I was like, well, I celebrate all life, and then I put, well, I'm a girl, and then I woke up to the nicest text, because the person said that I'm a princess in my family. That's so sweet. Oh my God, that was just the nicest text to wake up to, so thank you, Twitter. It's a Twitter text. Thank you. In any case, Queen Latifa, stay focused. I must stay focused. Queen Latifa, how successful is your show going to be? We already have 2 bombing. I don't know what channel yours is on. That's because I never do my homework, ever. But I'm going to start doing my homework. 2, 3, 4. It's just that I get really, really busy here at the Green Man Store at 5712 Lancashire Boulevard, North Hollywood, California. I get really, really busy. And so to find all this video, Twitter, Facebook stuff in between sometimes gets a little hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Queen Latifa, how's your show going to do? Your show is homegirl based. It's homegirl. It's grounded. It's a feel good show. Feel good. It feels good. Once again, a lot of work is put into it. Not as much money, but a lot of work is put into it. You're afraid of failing. That's for sure, Queen Latifa. Queen Latifa. You're afraid of failing. We're going to hear you say that you were like hands-on, everything, every subject. And that's because you have a limited staff, by the way. That's what I'm getting. I'm not getting you have a full staff. There could be success for this show. There could be, but it does struggle. I mean, really, really struggle. So, I'm not sure what channel you're on. If it turns out you're on BET, you might have a better chance. If you're not, you're going to wind up on BET. So, if you're on mainstream, I hear you, BET picks you up. Sort of like Kriss Jenner. Kriss Jenner E will pick her up because that's her home, and BET will ultimately pick you up if you're not already on BET. If you are on BET, you actually could be successful. You kind of just struggle just a little bit. There's a little bit of struggle as to how this works. How's the connection working? You kind of come across a little bit uncomfortable in the beginning before you find your niche, and then you're successful. So if your team, because there's not a lot of money pumped into your show, unlike some other people, but if your team is willing for the long haul, for the longer than 6 months, you actually can wind up being successful. All right, that's it, folks. Bethany, Kriss Jenner, Queen Latifah, will their shows be successful? The answer is kind of maybe. Kriss, you'll definitely take a nosedive and then wind up on cable. I'm getting E. Bethany, I forgot what I said about you, but it doesn't matter. I didn't quite see you being successful 100%, but I forgot what I said. Queen, but I like you, Bethany. I really like you. So I want you to be successful. I just think this might be the wrong place for you. Queen, I definitely see you being successful as well. You're kind of like Kriss Jenner in that sense. If they decide to hold out just a little bit longer with you, your success comes at a later date. But also, if you're not already on BET, you're going to wind up on BET. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I didn't mention the date, and today is July 23rd, 2013, and it's about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Bye, guys. Thank you for tuning in.